This is for the leaders, the visionaries, the hope bringers, kindness instigators. This is your place to get loved, poured into, activated, and inspired. Well, good morning. Welcome to Fireside Friday, Friday, April 17th. I hope that you've had a great week. I know that for those of you who follow astrology, we are in the season of Aries, and today, and also the moons, I've been learning more about this, as you all know. Today is also, tonight will be a new moon in Aries, and there is a lot of energy happening right now, all the way around, but lots of change, lots of change. And when I sat down this morning to really lean into and ask, what is it that we need to know, we need to be reminded of, or to be um, saturating ourselves inside of at this time and place as a collective. And the first word that came forward was peace, which I thought was interesting. Not something that feels far off, but this feels a little different. Not peace outside of ourselves, but peace within ourselves. And it feels like right now, too, with all of the energy of Aries, that it's really important for us to really start seeking peace here, and grounding here, and then taking action from that place. Because this energy can also feel very frenetic. There's lots bubbling and swirling around us. And the invitation for us right now with this new moon is a kind of rebirth. It is a kind of moment. This is also a really special transit. If you're feeling pulled to learn more about it, I would say follow that curiosity and see what resonates for you. Um, but this is also a very interesting time, as we know, and we've been talking about in Fireside Friday. But I think what I am feeling led to continue offering here is is still this idea and understanding that the things that we are living through right now, the tumultuous nature of the world, this isn't new. I feel like the heightened sense of it might be. I think we're at a very different time that we have not seen for many, many hundreds of years, um, or at least 100 or so, where, just a second. I've got Harris here with me. Here he comes back in. But I can hear you barking, buddy, and I need not to hear him barking. Come here. You come here. So for all of us, there is still this energy of change, but it is a time of great change. And what we have seen in the past, a revolutionary time of change. Keep hearing that, keep knowing that we are in a big transition, in consciousness and understanding, but that I believe that we are here at this time, at this inflection for a reason. I think that we chose to be here, and I think too, again, right now, it is so important for us, not only as healers and people who want to be bringing more of that love and change that we see possible in the world, to really sit and be with ourselves and ask, especially in the season of Aries, what do I want? What do I want? Yes, things are pulling you forward, but there's still a sense of some release that needs to happen. This is great for new moons too, setting new intentions of releasing the things too that we don't want to be in agreement with anymore. Um, and this is also like the essential question is really, what do I want? And the reality is, if we are not regulated, if we are not grounded, if we are constantly reacting and going and going and going, it's very difficult for us to slow down enough to really ask, what do I want? And beyond what our mind or our cultural limitations or the powers that have been leading this world have told us to want. This is a time for you to really, really lean into what do I want? And so I'm feeling really led right now, too, for us to just close your eyes if you can. If you're here and you're listening, and you can, if you're listening to the replay, please close your eyes if you can. And I really want to ground us into this moment, ground us in and start really asking this question from a place where we feel supported. And again, this is just, it won't take very long. I know a lot of us are busy. But this is so deeply important. Your attunement and your alignment and your desire are all important. They all are going to lead you toward the path that you want the most, and lead you through and empower you to make the changes, to really go for the things that you're seeking. So, again, if you can, close your eyes right where you are, and I'm going to close mine too. And I really just want you to take a few deep, gentle breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth as it feels comfortable to you. Just a few of those. Your list that you have can wait. It will be there for you when you come back. But just really take a moment to be here in this present moment with you. This is a lifetime that you chose, that you're living inside of. Is it how you want it? And it's okay if things come up for you as I speak these things out. Just notice them. Notice what comes up. Notice if there are emotions or tenderness. All of these things are just asking to be felt and witnessed. If you believe that you are here at this time in this place, and if I tell you that you are supported, that anything you want is possible, what do you want in this moment? It could be a feeling, it could be a change, it could be a healing in a relationship. What do I want in this moment? Is there anything I believe that will keep me from that? Or is keeping me from that? This could also be a belief or agreement about finances, about the way the world works, about things that have gone on in your family. This is how it's always been done, though. What is it that would stand between you and what you want, or is clinging to you? If the restriction on you feels like finances, in this moment, I invite you to imagine that you have everything you need. Then what? What if you are provided for? What if everything will fall into place? What if it already has fallen into place? What does that mean in this moment for you? If it's family, what would it look like not only for me to move into this, to allow this, but what would it also mean for the generations to come? And if this is more around career or vocation, what would happen if I really let the fullness of what I want to bring be seen and witnessed? What would that mean? These contractions, these inflections, these pieces of resistance that exist are there in order to push and also to be a point of it's almost like the shadow proves the sunshine, right? That contraction you might be feeling, or the resistance, or things that you feel held back by, let them fall away. Because those are simply things also that we are just agreeing to be bound to. I was listening to, and you can feel free to keep your eyes closed if that has felt really good to you, but you can also feel free to open them when you're ready. I was listening to a little brief clip from a man named Lee Harris earlier today as well. And I wrote down something he said because so much of what I see right now, and so much too of what has been part of holding me back or keeping me in fear in the past has been to again be in agreement or bound by something that I actually didn't agree with, that I actually was almost on a subconscious level still holding because I hadn't fully released yet. And for me, that was just being honest about where I am and what I believe. And that is a huge shift for my family of origin. And it's only been within the last month that I really have felt the fullness of like, oh, I'm releasing this not just for my family, but for my family, for my lineage, and also for us as a collective. Because each and every time that we are willing to be brave to follow our expansion, we are creating ripples, but we're also creating the change we want to see in the world. And when other people see us doing that, it activates something for them too. When we see someone be brave and stand and move toward the thing, and to the rhythm in their own heart, there's something in us, usually that goes, "Ooh, I love this." And often too, if we see somebody moving to the beat of their own rhythm and it's kind of checking something in us, usually it's just because we believe we can't live with that level of freedom and permission that someone else is. And so I was listening to Lee, and he said, "You are souls who are born onto the earth to be part of the change of the power systems of earth." What he was saying too is this isn't new, the corruption, the things that we're seeing, this has been going on for long periods of time. However, we are here, our souls are here to bring about a change outside of that corruption. We are here to have the instincts and the awareness and the gifts that we have to bring those healings. But It means also that we have to believe that we have the power to make the changes that we want to see. And that begins right here with us, inside of our homes and our relationships, and giving ourselves the permission to really dream big. Um, that came through for me today too, is if you're not feeling excited, most of you, I feel like, are excited or nervous about the direction that you are headed. Um, but if you are feeling like there is not enough of a pull, chances are it's not big enough. You haven't released enough of the bindings of what is possible. And it could also be for you, even in your own identity of who you are. Maybe this is a time that's asking you to leave something that feels very comfortable to pursue something that feels a little wild and unexpected. For some of you, that means leaving a job and starting your own thing, or in a transition of holding space for both. Um, but what he was saying too in that little message, he said that this paradigm is different right now, right? It's always been corrupt, but this is a paradigm that's changing. It's different at this moment, at this shift in time. We have leveled consciousness, we have been growing, and this is a different kind of revolutionary period. It looks different because it is an internal one first, and then it's rippling out. And so, this is why, too, it's so important for all of us to be focusing on our own self-empowerment, on feeling our feelings, on really allowing ourselves to feel the things that are coming up for us through this change. And they're big feelings, too, for a lot of us. And that's okay. We're not only feeling that for ourselves, we are also feeling it for the collective, and we're also feeling it for our family, and in our homes, also for others who maybe don't understand what's going on. We're holding a lot. But as you feel it, you are able to move through it. And that will still continue to give you the momentum, and you will have the will to bring the change that you crave. It still might not feel like here that we don't have what we need. But really and truly, I promise, if we will really ground and come back to the present moment of what we're inside of, and really start releasing the bounds of what we've been told by an old system that is not moving forward with us because we are creating and living into a new one, then again, that possibility that you want to bring has to exist. It has to be believed first in you. And what a great time to believe in you, in the powerful things that you crave and desire for this world. Those things are not by accident. They are here to bring about the thing that you feel is in there. And you're doing that, but you got to continue believing in that. And on days where you feel like you don't have the energy, it's okay. It's all right to relax into it and understand that it isn't all on your shoulders, it's on ours. This is also the place that we're headed. Matriarchal leadership is about together, it is about consideration of the whole, and it is not asking one person to be the savior. We all have a part in this. And each and every time we choose to believe the thing that's on our heart, each and every time that we give ourselves space and proximity to know what that looks like and to take hold of that and to allow it to bloom, watch as lives are changed, even in small moments. Of what that looks like. Because again, the way that you are craving for things to look, you are part of bringing that forward. You are a change agent right where you are, no matter where you are, at all times. And I believe too, even a smile, even a small act of kindness in this world is rippling. It is moving, and it doesn't have to feel big. The small moments, anyway, are the ones that usually stop us in our tracks, and make us go, ooh, like that was really nice. Yes, we can have the grandiose, we can see big movement, but so often, if you think about too, what has moved you, it's the butterfly crossing your path. It's the mother consoling her child. These small interactions of love, of moving toward beauty and transcendence. These things too are also part of how the divine, I feel like, continues to always be showing us that we are so loved through colors and sounds and tastes. Like, what a privilege it is to also be alive. So, so powerful. And there was another, let me come back here to my little notes here. Oh, I got a little thumb emoji. I've seen these emoji things too, like where it will respond to you. If you were watching the video, I just saw the thumb rise above. I saw this little poem from Alex Klingenberg this morning too. It says, I know it's scary, but choose you, the real you, the whole you, the you meet in the dark at 2 a.m., the you sing to in the car. Choose her. The rest will come. I think that's been a really big thing for me too, in recognizing or looking at how much, at least for me, growing up in such a religious environment that focused on what was wrong with me that needed to be fixed, recovering that and understanding that I actually don't agree with that for any of us. That so often, if something's wrong with us, it's usually a reaction to our environment. And also, maybe the environment wasn't great to begin with. Maybe the system that we're inside of doesn't suit us. And so, of course, we're going to feel like a square peg in a round hole because we weren't made to live inside of the system, be inside of our family in the same way. And so, again, if you're here in this space, you are here to be a change agent. And you already have been. I was having a conversation earlier this week and we were talking about being the black sheep of our families for a lot of us. And I think it was Dre who listens. Um, and she said, you know what I heard? We're not calling ourselves the black sheep anymore. We're calling ourselves the rainbow sheep, which I love. Prisms of light that cast so many different colors. Sure, we could be black sheep, but we could be rainbow sheep, whatever kind of sheep you want to be. Something too that means something powerful to you that we move into at this time. The song too for us this week is called Begin Again by Lady, except Lady is LVDY. So it's just that A flipped or V flipped to look like that A. Is it the opposite? Anyway, I love this. They're a duo group out of Colorado, but the song's called Begin Again. And again, I just want to read a couple of these lines and then I'm going to do our card for us. Who am I when I'm not seeking? When I got everything I need within my reach, and the whole world sits in the palm of my hand, and there's nothing left for me to understand. Who am I when I'm not looking? When I'm sick and tired of the pulling and pushing, same old story, same old ending, and I think about how much time I'm spending. Breathe in, begin again. Who am I when I'm not wishing, calculating all the things I'm missing? What if I have all I need? Who am I? Breathe in, begin again. What am I searching for? I've been down this road before. I trust my feet and let them lead. It's all in me. It is all in you. All right. So our card here for us this week is from the Earth Magic Oracle deck. We have Spring Equinox Rebirth. Okay. The spring equinox, also called the vernal equinox, occurs on March 20th or 21st in the northern hemisphere and September 20th or the 21st in the southern hemisphere. This is the point when the sun crosses the plane of the equator. Equator. And day and night are the same length across the planet. Earth Mother is pregnant and is birthing once again. Crops can once again be planted. This card features a rendition of Ostara, sometimes spelled Oester or Easter, a Germanic goddess of spring. Ostara is also a Northern European name for Astarte, which means womb, and is another name for Venus, the goddess of love, passion, and creativity. The Christian holiday of Easter stems from this goddess, and in this card we see some archetypal symbols of the spring equinox that represent the rebirth of the world, such as rabbits, eggs, and flowers. It is indeed a time for renewal. You thought this passage you have been through would never end. Just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes its return, and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of the light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all her many forms, shapes, and colors that remind us of the continual cycles of Earth Mother. This cycle of rebirth you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Any tears you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. Sometimes birth can be painful, particularly in that passage just before delivery, yet what emerges can be fresh and beautiful. Be with the emergence of this next cycle with faith and grace. With faith and grace, you are right on time. What's meant for you won't miss you. Release what's holding you back from what you so are ready to move into. And we all need that. We all need that together to continue taking our step forward into the places that might feel a little different. And each and every time that we do that, we are again those little beacons of possibility that show the way, that reflect that back to one another. And we will continue to usher this change forward and to build the world that we want to see. It's been beautiful to be with you this morning. I'll see you next week.